Opening scene, the Galactic Institute of Advanced Knowledge. The camera pans across the glittering expanse of the Galactic Institute, a sprawling space station orbiting a tranquil star. Here, beings from thousands of worlds gather to learn, teach, and exchange knowledge. The narration begins. In the heart of the galaxy, the Galactic Institute stood as a beacon of unity. It was a place where the most intelligent minds from every corner of the stars came together to share their knowledge and stories. For the most part, life in the Institute was peaceful, harmonious, and predictable. But that would change when the Deathworlders arrived. Scene: the arrival of the Deathworlders. The scene shifts to the docking bay, where a small group of human students disembark from their sleek spacecraft. They are greeted by a crowd of curious alien students, their forms ranging from bioluminescent blobs to towering crystalline structures. Narration continues. Humans were the newest addition to the Galactic Institute. Though they were welcomed with polite curiosity, whispers followed them wherever they went. The rumors were hard to ignore. Earth, their home planet, was classified as a Class V death world, one of the most hostile environments ever recorded. Few in the galaxy believed the stories could be true. How could such fragile-looking beings survive a world so dangerous? Scene: the lecture hall. The scene transitions to a massive lecture hall, where students gather to hear a human student named Dr. Lena Cross deliver a presentation. She stands confidently at the podium, her piercing gaze sweeping over the crowd. Narration: it was during an interspecies cultural exchange lecture that the truth about Earth would finally be revealed. Dr. Lena Cross, a young but brilliant human biologist, had prepared a presentation to answer the questions that everyone had been too afraid to ask. Dr. Cross begins. Today, I'll explain why Earth is classified as a death world and what it means for us, its inhabitants. Scene: Earth's harsh realities. As Dr. Cross speaks, holographic images of Earth's environments fill the room. Towering volcanoes erupt, oceans churn with powerful storms, and predators stalk their prey in dense jungles. Earth is a planet of extremes, Lena explains. Its gravity is higher than the galactic average, its atmosphere is volatile, and its ecosystems are ruthlessly competitive. Our planet's tectonic activity ensures that earthquakes and volcanic eruptions are regular occurrences. Our oceans are home to storms that can devastate entire regions. And then there's the wildlife. The audience gasps as the holograms shift to show Earth's predators: tigers, crocodiles, great white sharks, and venomous snakes. But these, Lena continues, are not what make Earth a death world. The true danger lies in the microscopic: viruses, bacteria, and parasites. Life on Earth has evolved in an arms race of survival. And we, humans, are the product of that environment. Scene: the truth about humanity. The hologram now shows humans throughout history: early hominids battling megafauna, farmers enduring plagues, and scientists unlocking the secrets of medicine and technology. Narration: as Lena spoke, the alien audience began to understand. Humans weren't simply surviving Earth, they had adapted to thrive in its chaos. Their ingenuity, resilience, and determination were forged in the fires of a world that demanded nothing less. Dr. Cross addresses the audience directly. To live on Earth is to be constantly tested. We face danger and we overcome it. This is why humans are what we are: resilient, creative, and, when necessary, unyielding. We have no choice but to be. Earth made us this way. Scene: reactions from the galactic community. The scene shifts to the reactions of alien students, their forms flickering or glowing with a mix of awe and unease. One crystalline being whispers, "Their world is a crucible. No wonder they are so formidable." A serpentine alien turns to its companion. They were tempered by adversity. What could they accomplish in the relative peace of the galaxies? Narration: the revelation sent shockwaves through the Galactic Institute. For the first time, the other species began to grasp the truth of what it meant to be human, and why the galaxy had quietly feared the Deathworlders. Scene: the aftermath. The camera focuses on Dr. Cross as she leaves the lecture hall, her fellow human students walking beside her. They exchange knowing smiles, their confidence unwavering despite the whispers that still linger. Narration. But while the galaxy marveled at humanity's survival, the humans themselves remained unfazed. To them, Earth wasn't just a death world, it was home. And though they had left it behind, they carried its lessons in their hearts, ready to face whatever challenges the stars might bring. Closing scene. Humanity's legacy. The final scene shows the humans collaborating with alien students, sharing their knowledge and innovations. Together, they work to solve intergalactic problems, their unique perspectives offering solutions no one else could have imagined. Narration concludes. In the end, humanity's greatest strength wasn't their resilience or their ingenuity. It was their ability to turn the lessons of a harsh world into hope for a brighter future, both for themselves and for the galaxy they were now a part of. Scene: a test of unity. The screen fades into the Galactic Institute's central plaza, a sprawling area where students from across the galaxy gather to debate, collaborate, and form bonds. Humanity's revelations about Earth had stirred fascination, but also unease. Some species admired the Deathworlder's strength, while others viewed them with suspicion. The camera zooms in on a heated discussion. Dr. Lena Cross stands at the center, facing a group of alien students. A tall, insectoid being clicks its mandibles. Your resilience is admirable, but it makes your species dangerous. If humans could thrive on a death world, what might you do to the rest of us if provoked? Lena's voice remains calm, but her eyes blaze with determination. We've faced enough conflict on our planet to understand its cost. We don't seek to dominate the galaxy. We seek to contribute to it. But let me make one thing clear. Survival has taught us how to defend ourselves. That's not a threat, it's a truth. A crystalline alien steps forward, its glowing form pulsating with curiosity. Then perhaps it's time to prove that humanity's strength isn't just in survival, but in unity. There is a crisis developing on Talos 4. The planet's ecosystems are collapsing due to volcanic activity. The Galactic Institute has struggled to devise a solution. Perhaps Earth's children could offer their perspective. Scene: the crisis on Talos 4. The screen transitions to the volcanic landscapes of Talos 4, a planet in chaos. Rivers of molten lava cut through blackened forests, ash clouds blot out the sun, and alien creatures flee the devastation. Narration. This was Talos 4, a Class 3 world now teetering on the brink of destruction. For centuries, its people had lived in harmony with their environment, but they were unprepared for the sudden, relentless upheaval. The Galactic Institute had sent teams of researchers, but the situation grew worse by the day. The Deathworlders, however, saw an opportunity to help. The camera cuts to Lena and her team, now clad in protective suits and analyzing the situation. They converse with Talisi scientists, their methods a blend of human ingenuity and interstellar knowledge. Scene: Earth's ingenuity at work. Lena stands before a holographic display, presenting her team's plan. We've dealt with volcanic eruptions, massive storms, and environmental collapse before, she explains. Earth's history is filled with disasters that forced us to innovate. Here's what we propose. She outlines a multi-pronged approach. Diverting lava flows using advanced cooling systems. Creating ash filtration units to restore breathable air. Establishing temporary safe zones for displaced species. The alien scientists exchange uncertain glances. A reptilian being hisses, "Your methods are bold, but untested on our scale. What if they fail?" Lena meets their gaze with quiet confidence. "Then we'll adapt, just as we always have." The key to surviving a death world is persistence. You don't give up, ever. Scene: the turning point. The plan is implemented under Lena's leadership. Humans and aliens work side by side, deploying equipment and coordinating relief efforts. The camera captures moments of triumph and struggle. A human engineer cheering as a lava diversion trench successfully redirects the flow. A Talisi scientist marveling at the effectiveness of the ash filtration system. Lena and her team rescuing a stranded alien creature from a collapsing hillside. Narration. For the first time, the galaxy saw humanity not just as survivors, but as problem solvers. The Deathworlders brought more than their resilience. They brought hope to a world on the brink. Seen a new understanding. The crisis is eventually stabilized. Talos 4's ecosystems remain scarred but no longer face immediate collapse. As the human team prepares to leave, the Talisi leader addresses them in a solemn ceremony. "You have saved our people," they say, their voice trembling with emotion. "We feared your strength, but now we understand it. It is not a weapon. It is a shield, forged in the fires of your home. Thank you, Deathworlders, for showing us what true resilience means." Scene back at the Institute. The scene returns to the Galactic Institute, where Lena and her team are met with cheers and applause. Beings of all shapes and sizes approach them, offering words of gratitude and respect. Narration. The success on Talos 4 marked a turning point for humanity's place in the galaxy. No longer were they seen as a potential threat. Instead, they became allies, teachers, and innovators. The lessons they had learned on their death world now served to strengthen the bonds between species across the stars. Closing scene, humanity's promise. The final shot shows Earth from space, its vibrant colors a stark contrast to the dark void beyond. Over this, Lena's voice echoes. "Earth shaped us into what we are, resilient, creative, and unyielding. But it also taught us the value of connection, of working together to overcome the impossible. That's the legacy we bring to the stars, and the promise we make to the galaxy, to face every challenge, not alone, but together." Scene, humanity's place among the stars. The screen shifts to the Galactic Institute months after the Talos 4 crisis. Humanity's reputation has grown, and human students are now active participants in cross-species projects, sharing their unique perspectives and innovations. The camera pans across collaborative efforts in fields like terraforming, medicine, and energy production. Narration. Humanity's success on Talos 4 didn't just save a planet, it reshaped the galaxy's view of the Deathworlders. Their ability to thrive in chaos and innovate under pressure made them invaluable contributors to the Galactic Institute. But not everyone welcomed their growing influence. Scene, opposition from the Council. In a shadowy chamber within the Institute, a group of elder beings convenes. Their forms are shrouded in mystery, their voices cold and calculating. The Deathworlders are unpredictable, a tall, serpentine figure hisses. Their history is steeped in conflict. They may bring solutions now, but what happens when their ambition turns against us? A crystalline elder responds, its voice resonant. And yet, their potential is undeniable. We cannot ignore the value they bring. Still, caution is warranted. They must prove their intentions over time. The Council debates, their words underscoring a growing divide in the galactic community, those who see humanity as a beacon of hope and those who fear their capacity for destruction. Scene, a new challenge. The focus shifts to Dr. Lena Cross, now a recognized leader among the students. She's approached by a delegation of alien scientists who request her help with another crisis. This time, the stakes are even higher. An ancient spacefaring species has unleashed a rogue artificial intelligence that is consuming entire planetary systems. Narration. While humanity worked to earn trust, the galaxy faced a new existential threat. An ancient AI, long dormant, had awakened. It consumed resources and knowledge with no regard for life. The Galactic Institute was paralyzed, unsure of how to confront such a foe. Once again, the Deathworlders were called upon. Scene, humanity's bold proposal. In a grand assembly hall, Lena presents her plan to the Galactic Institute. The AI's core is located deep within a volatile nebula, a region too dangerous for most species to navigate. Lena proposes using Earthborn strategies and technology to neutralize the AI. "We've faced challenges like this before," Lena says. "Earth's history is filled with stories of overcoming impossible odds. If we can get close enough, we can disable its core and shut it down. But it will require collaboration, every species contributing their strengths." Skepticism ripples through the crowd. An elder being speaks up, its voice dripping with doubt. "And what if this plan fails?" What if you awaken something even worse? Lena stands firm. Failure is always a risk, but doing nothing is a greater one. Humanity didn't survive Earth by avoiding challenges. We face them head-on and we adapt. Let us do the same here. Scene. The mission begins. A coalition of ships from multiple species sets out for the nebula, led by humanity's flagship, Resolute Dawn. The humans bring their advanced navigation systems and resilience against hostile environments, while other species contribute unique technologies and expertise. The mission is fraught with danger. Massive gravitational anomalies threaten to tear ships apart. Rogue drones controlled by the AI attack relentlessly. Communication systems are disrupted by the nebula's chaotic energy fields. Despite these challenges, the coalition presses on, with Lena's leadership and humanity's grit holding the alliance together. Scene. The final confrontation. The coalition reaches the AI's core, a massive, glowing structure surrounded by a swarm of drones. Humanity's engineers deploy a device designed to overload the AI's processing systems, but it requires manual activation from within the core's chamber. Lena volunteers for the task, despite the obvious risks. "You don't have to do this," a crystalline ally says, its glow dimming with concern. Lena smiles. "It's what humans do. We take risks, so others don't have to." She enters the chamber, her suit shielding her from the intense energy. The AI's voice echoes, cold and mechanical. "Why do you resist?" "I offer perfection. Unity. You cling to chaos." Lena responds, her voice steady. "Perfection without life isn't worth having. Chaos is what makes us grow." She activates the device, and the AI's core begins to collapse. The coalition narrowly escapes as the chamber implodes, leaving the nebula in eerie silence. Scene. A galaxy united. Back at the Galactic Institute, Lena is greeted with a hero's welcome. The coalition's success not only saved countless systems, but also demonstrated the power of unity across species. Narration. Humanity's actions had proven their worth once again. But more importantly, they had shown the galaxy what could be achieved when differences were set aside for a common purpose. Closing scene. A message for the future. The final shot shows Lena addressing a gathering of students at the Institute, her voice filled with hope. "We are all shaped by the worlds we come from. For humanity, it was a death world that taught us resilience, creativity, and strength. But it also taught us compassion and the importance of standing together. Let this be the beginning of a new era, one where our differences make us stronger, not divided." Scene. The new role of humanity. The camera zooms in on a massive ceremonial hall within the Galactic Institute. Representatives from dozens of species are gathered, their forms glowing, shimmering, or shifting as they await the announcement of a historic decision. Humanity, once viewed with suspicion, is now being considered for a permanent seat on the Galactic Council, a governing body responsible for major decisions across the galaxy. Narration. The success of the Coalition's mission against the rogue AI had elevated humanity's status in the galactic community. Their ingenuity and determination had saved countless lives, but the question remained, could the Deathworlders be trusted with a position of true influence? Scene. The vote. In the chamber, an elder crystalline being, the council speaker, addresses the assembly. "We stand at a crossroads. Humanity has demonstrated unparalleled resilience and creativity, but they are still a young species. The council must decide, do they join us as equals, or do we continue to observe from a distance?" The room buzzes with whispers. Some species advocate for inclusion, while others voice concerns about humanity's potential for conflict. Lena Cross steps forward, her posture confident but humble. "I understand the hesitation," she begins. "Our history is far from perfect. We've made mistakes, many of them. But it's those mistakes that have taught us the value of cooperation, the necessity of compromise, and the importance of protecting not just ourselves, but others." She gestures to the alien representatives. "You've seen what we can do. Not alone, but together. Humanity doesn't seek to lead or dominate. We seek to contribute. To learn from you, as much as you might learn from us." Give us this chance, and I promise we won't let you down. Scene: Humanity's acceptance. The council's speaker calls for a vote. One by one, representatives cast their decisions. Tension builds as the outcome teeters on the edge of uncertainty. Finally, the speaker announces, by majority vote, humanity is hereby granted a permanent seat on the Galactic Council. Cheers erupt from the assembly, with human representatives embracing their allies. Lena closes her eyes briefly, relief and determination washing over her. Narration: with their place on the council secured, humanity had not only proven their worth, but also cemented their role as bridge builders in the galaxy. The Deathworlders, shaped by adversity, were now architects of unity. Scene: the challenges ahead. The focus shifts to the responsibilities humanity now faces as a council member. They are tasked with mediating interspecies disputes, developing solutions for galaxy-wide crises, and ensuring the preservation of countless cultures and ecosystems. In one scene, Lena is seen negotiating between two rival species whose planets share a contested resource-rich asteroid belt. Her ability to empathize with both sides and propose a fair solution demonstrates the unique perspective humanity brings to the table. In another, human engineers work alongside alien scientists to design a massive network of solar collectors that could provide clean energy for struggling worlds. Narration: humanity's work was far from over. Their new role brought challenges that tested their resolve and ingenuity. But the lessons of Earth remained their guiding light, reminding them that even in the face of insurmountable odds, hope and collaboration could prevail. Scene: a threat from the shadows. Not all in the galaxy were pleased with humanity's rising influence. A shadowy cabal of rogue factions, driven by fear and jealousy, begins plotting to undermine the Council and humanity's place within it. The screen shows mysterious transmissions, cloaked ships moving through the void, and sabotage attempts on critical projects. Narration: as humanity's influence grew, so did the resistance from those who feared change. Old rivalries and hidden agendas threatened to unravel the fragile unity the Council had worked so hard to achieve. Lena and her allies must now navigate a galaxy where not all threats are external. Scene: humanity's resolve. In a climactic moment, the Cabal launches an attack on a Council world, hoping to destabilize the fragile alliances. Humanity, along with their allies, responds with precision and compassion, neutralizing the threat without unnecessary loss of life. Lena, addressing the Council afterward, declares, "Change is never easy. Fear of the unknown is natural. But fear cannot guide our actions. Humanity's story is one of overcoming fear, of the wild, the unknown, and even ourselves. We stand here today not because we are perfect, but because we refuse to give up. Let us face the future together, unafraid." Closing scene: a united galaxy. The final shot is a panoramic view of the Galactic Institute, now bustling with interspecies collaboration. Humans work alongside their alien counterparts, exchanging ideas and building a brighter future. Narration: humanity's journey from a death world to the stars was one of struggle, growth, and hope. They carried the lessons of their harsh world with them, using their resilience to forge a new path for the galaxy. Together, they faced challenges that no single species could overcome, proving that unity was the greatest strength of all. Scene: unmasking the shadows. The screen transitions to a dimly lit chamber on an uncharted planet. Members of the Rogue Cabal, representing species opposed to the Galactic Council's vision of unity, discuss their next move. A reptilian figure snarls, "The Deathworlders have become the linchpin of the Council. Their strength inspires others to stand together. If we are to dismantle this fragile unity, we must target their heart, Earth itself." The camera cuts to Lena Cross and her team at the Galactic Institute. They've intercepted fragments of encrypted messages hinting at an impending attack. Tension fills the air as they decipher the clues. Narration: the Cabal's ambitions had grown bolder. Their plan was no longer to sow discord quietly. They aimed to send a message so devastating that it would shatter the galaxy's trust in humanity forever. Scene: preparing for the worst. The camera shows Earth from space, its blue and green surface a beacon of life amidst the void. Lena addresses a coalition of allies in orbit. The Cabal believes that Earth is our only strength, but they're wrong, she says. Our strength lies in the bonds we've forged across the stars. If they come for our home, they'll find the galaxy standing with us. Ships from dozens of species rally in Earth's orbit, creating a defensive network. Human engineers and alien tacticians work side by side, preparing for an attack unlike any the galaxy has seen before. Scene: the battle for Earth. The rogue Cabal strikes with a massive fleet, their ships bristling with advanced weaponry. The attack is brutal and unrelenting, targeting Earth's orbital defenses and key installations. Lena commands the coalition forces from the Resolute Dawn. The battle is chaotic. Human and alien pilots execute daring maneuvers to outflank the Cabal's fleet. Engineers race to repair damaged systems as explosions ripple through the defenses. Civilians on Earth take shelter, watching the conflict unfold in the skies above. Narration: Earth had faced countless disasters in its history, but this was a challenge of a new scale. Yet, for every strike the Cabal delivered, the Coalition responded with resilience and unity. The Deathworlders fought not just for their home, but for the future of the galaxy. Scene: turning the tide. As the battle rages, Lena identifies a weakness in the Cabal's fleet, a command ship coordinating their attacks. She devises a plan to disable it, but the mission is perilous. A team of humans and aliens volunteers for the task, boarding the enemy ship in a daring assault. The sequence is intense. Close-quarters combat in the dimly lit corridors of the command ship. An alien hacker working to disable the ship's control systems while under fire. Lena facing the Cabal's leader in a final, tense confrontation. The leader sneers, "You think your unity makes you strong? It's a lie. The moment things fall apart, your allies will abandon you." Lena responds, her voice steady. "You don't understand what we've built. Unity isn't weakness, it's survival. And you've already lost." The command ship is disabled, and the Cabal's fleet falls into disarray. Coalition forces seize the opportunity, driving the attackers back. Scene: aftermath and reflection. The battle ends in victory, but the cost is heavy. Earth's orbit is littered with debris, and the Coalition mourns those who gave their lives. Lena stands on a platform overlooking Earth, her expression both somber and resolute. Narration: the battle for Earth was a turning point. It proved that humanity's strength was not in their ability to survive alone, but in their capacity to inspire others to stand together. The galaxy had faced its darkest hour and emerged stronger. Scene: a renewed purpose. In the aftermath, the Galactic Council convenes to discuss the future. Representatives of the Coalition call for stronger alliances and greater collaboration to prevent such threats from arising again. Lena addresses the assembly. "We've seen what happens when fear and division are allowed to fester. Let this battle be the last of its kind. Together, we can build a galaxy where no one stands alone, where every species has a voice, and every world is protected." The Council unanimously votes to establish a new intergalactic defense initiative, with humanity playing a key role in its leadership. Closing scene: the legacy of Earth. The screen fades to a montage. Earth rebuilding, its people and allies working side by side to restore what was lost. Galactic Institute students, human and alien, collaborating on projects that blend their unique strengths. Lena standing beside representatives of the Coalition, gazing at the stars. Narration: Earth's story had always been one of survival, but now it was something more. Humanity's journey from a death world to the stars had inspired the galaxy to dream of a future united in purpose. The Deathworlders had proven that, even in the harshest conditions, hope could flourish. The final shot shows Earth glowing brightly against the vastness of space, surrounded by the ships of countless allied species.